Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mindy and I have lost roughly 125 pounds using GLP medications as a tool. And I have to be honest, this isn't an easy video for me to make. Lately, I've realized I haven't been as truthful with myself about my weight loss journey as I should be. I've fallen back into some old habits and I think it's time to face the excuses that I've been making. So let's talk about it. If you've been following my journey, then you know that I've worked really hard to lose over 125 pounds. But today, I need to get real with you and myself because I've been slipping into some behaviors that I thought I left behind. And it's been really hard to admit just how much I've been making excuses for them. This isn't about beating myself up. It's more about accountability, growth, and hopefully helping someone else out there who might be feeling the same way. So let's unpack this together and try to figure out how to get back on track. Several months ago, I started reading through the intuitive eating book at the recommendation of my registered dietitian that I've been seeing through Nourish. To be honest, it's kind of led to some confusion, and I'm sure it hasn't helped that I still haven't completed the book. It's something I'm going to be prioritizing over the next couple of months so that I can try to completely understand the concept and figure out how or even if it has a place in my journey going forward. There are stages to the intuitive eating process. The first one is teaching your body that you're no longer going to restrict it from the food and nourishment that it needs. But I somehow took that rule and perverted it into an excuse to go ham. Not all the time, but often enough that it's kind of led to a resurgence of some old habits that are not doing my weight loss journey any favors. I just feel like I took what I was reading in the intuitive eating book and I morphed it into permission to just kind of do what I wanted, which is not, I think, what the purpose of the book was. I lost sight of the fact that really it's important in all journeys to have boundaries. As somebody who is a compulsive overeater, I have some binging tendencies, things like that. Like, it's okay for me to tell myself no sometimes. And I think that I somehow, through misunderstanding or interpretation or whatever, took what was in that book as anytime I told myself no, I was going to somehow put myself into this like binging frenzy where I was going to have no choice but to just shove food in my face until I died. It's okay for me to tell myself no. It's okay for me to set boundaries around my goals. I know I want to be healthy. I know I want to be at a healthy weight. I want to live for a long time and I want to be able to have an active lifestyle when I'm older. I don't want to be confined to a walker or a wheelchair or the kinds of things that I'm watching other people in my life go through right now. I don't want to have to experience that in my own life. In order for me to reach those goals, there's going to have to be sacrifice. I can't just do what I want and lose weight. It's not going to work. It can't work because doing what I want is what got me to 365 pounds in the first place. I've talked a lot about giving grace on this channel, acknowledging the unhealthy behaviors and letting them go so that you can move on without guilt and shame, which is a completely healthy thing to do. And yet recently I've somehow taken that and morphed it into permission to allow myself to do whatever I want. Not all the time, but really far more often than I'd care to admit. So I've decided that it's time to go back to the basics. I want to revisit the mindset that I had in the beginning of my journey that led me to losing 65 pounds in 6 months. The KISS method got me there. Keep it simple, stupid. Stupid being me, by the way. I wasn't focusing on 50 million things. I counted my calories and stayed focused on the behaviors that aligned with my goals. And that was it. Somewhere in the last 3 years, I think really around the time that I switched to Manjaro, I lost my way. I started giving myself permission to do things halfway. I think that because the weight loss slowed down so significantly, I was looking for anything to explain why. And I somehow convinced myself that if I wasn't trying as hard, then it wouldn't feel as bad when I didn't see the results. I don't know how or when exactly it happened, but I need to get honest with myself about how often I'm shrugging my shoulders and just saying, oh well. Don't get me wrong, I'm still proud of everything that I achieved. Losing 125 pounds is no small feat, and to top that off, keeping it off for over 2 years is an accomplishment in and of itself. But I'm ready to stop making excuses for my behavior. It's time to learn to tell myself no again. That doesn't mean all the time, but if I'm honest, I'm rarely telling myself no these days. Weight loss requires sacrifice for me, and I can't have everything I want. Literally the definition of being able to have my cake and eat it too. If I want to lose weight, I'm gonna have to say no to myself sometimes. Giving into every spare thought I have about food isn't going to get me to my goals. So 2025 is gonna be interesting. As I'm transferring to a new location for work, I'm going to be doing my best to be more present and real here. The goal is to revisit the content that I started this channel with. Hopefully producing 2 videos a week again, one for cooking content and another with more vlog style content where I'm checking in with you guys about my mindset and how I'm feeling and doing with my weight loss journey. I may not be able to do it every week, but that's the goal. Having this channel as a means of accountability has been a huge part of my weight loss journey. And I think that as I've started to focus more on my job and the time that I'm spending at work, I've gotten further away from the accountability and not necessarily not being as real, but not being as present has given me the opportunity to hide a lot more in ways that hasn't been healthy for me. Hiding has always been a coping mechanism for me, and I've always been really big on transparency on this channel, and the fact that I haven't been recording as much and I haven't been doing as many videos where I'm just talking with you guys has really given me an opportunity to kind of ignore where my mindset has been over the last several months. So that's where I'm at right now. This journey was never going to be a straight line. I've talked about the peaks and valleys throughout this entire journey, and I know I'm not alone in facing setbacks. What matters is that we recognize them, own up to them, and take steps to move forward. So if you felt this way at any point in your journey, I would love to hear your story down in the comments. What helps you get back on track when old habits creep in? I want to support each other through these tough times and celebrate the wins, no matter how small they are. Thank you so much for listening, as always, and being a part of this community. Your guys' encouragement has meant so much to me throughout the last 3 years, and I really hope my honesty and transparency continues to encourage you as you realize that you're not alone. Nobody's journey is perfect, and we just need to keep moving forward. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss everything that's coming up in this new year. Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember that this journey is all about progress, not perfection. I will see you guys in the next one.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now.